why I'm focusing so much here. Without the stitch, your edges will look like a teda meda. If you have learned the chain stitch and the single crochet, then congratulations. You have already learned the biggest foundation of crochet. But today we are learning something much smaller. Yet you are going to use it in almost every project you ever make. So today's lesson is the slip stitch. And not only we are going to learn how to make a slip stitch, you will also learn what exactly slip stitch is, why do we use it, where you'll find it in crochet pattern, and how to crochet it neatly without making it too tight. Hello precious, my name is Joya and welcome to my beginners crochet course where we have already made 2 lessons, and if it is your first time here, then this playlist is for complete beginners and each lesson builds on the previous one. So if you haven't watched the chain stitch or the single crochet lesson yet, I recommend you starting from there. And today we are adding another important stitch to your toolbox. But before we go straight to the lesson, let us first know what exactly slip stitch is. Unlike single crochet or double crochet, slip stitch doesn't give any height to your project. It doesn't make your project look taller. It just simply moves from one place to another. Think of it like you are moving silently from one room to another. The slip stitch does the same thing. It just moves your hook from one stitch to another without making your project taller or without giving any height to it. And that is why it is called the shortest crochet stitch. But don't underestimate the power of a slip stitch. Although it is tiny, it is incredibly useful. And if you're thinking where it is used exactly, then you will use slip stitch in so many different projects. For example, if you're making granny square, then you will use it to join rounds. If you're making bucket hat, then you will often finish each round with a slip stitch. So, slip stitch helps you to move your yarn neatly into the correct position. Although this stitch looks simple, you will use it for years. I think enough yarn I've given you. Now let's just move straight to the lesson. So let us discuss the materials first. So for today's lesson, you will need yarn. Well, you can use any yarn. Here I'm using a cotton yarn, a crochet hook obviously, scissors, yes, and a yarn needle. That is optional if you would like to weave in the edges later. Here I'm using a light color yarn today because it's much easier for you all to see. Now let's crochet together. So here you're going to start with a slip knot. I hope you all know how to make a slip knot. We have already done that. Now make 15 chain stitches. By the way, if you have noticed, I am feeling so energetic. I am talking so fast. It's all because I am feeling so good today. I was not feeling well. I had fever and cold. My health is doing good. Everything is on place. Everything is going as per our planning so far. And I am happy and energetic and I'm enthusiastic. I am ready to conquer the world. Okay, once you have finished the chain, look at your hook. Now count 1 chain, then 2. Insert your hook into the second chain from the hook. Now yarn over, pull the yarn through the chain. Instead of stopping here, I want you to continue pulling the same loop straight through the loop already on the hook here. So pull through and that's it. You have just made your very first slip stitch. Let's continue together. Insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull through the chain. Now continue pulling through the loop on your hook and repeat. Nice and slow, there's no rush, and that's it. That is your slip stitch here. Now I'm going to stay quiet for a minute so you can crochet along with me. Just follow my hands. If you need more time, pause the video whenever you need. Here, if your stitches feels too tight, well, you're not alone. That is probably the first mistake beginners make. You see, slip stitch naturally tends to become tighter than other stitches. So what you can do here, try relaxing your hands. Don't pull the yarn too hard after every stitch. Otherwise, you're going to make it more tighter and you won't be able to continue your project. Allow your hook to glide through the loop comfortably. Don't give too much of stress to your fingers or your hand. Just let it relax and let your hook do the work. Another common mistake is inserting the hook into the wrong chain. Always count carefully. And that's it. Here your slip stitch is complete. You have crochet. You have learned how to do a slip stitch nicely. Now, to help you become comfortable with slip stitch, let us make small practice square. Okay, so chain 20. So you might be thinking it's such a simple stitch and why I'm focusing so much here. It's because it is a very important stitch. Without the stitch, your edges will look like teda meda. Your project will not look neat and clean. Then make one slip stitch across every single chain. Then again chain 1 and turn your work. Can you see this V shape here? Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to insert our hook into the first loop of this V shape. See this one. Yes, right, this one. So we are going to insert our hook into this loop and yarn over, pull through and pull through the hook. And when you will reach the end, you're going to chain 1 and turn your project and continue making slip stitch, and then again chain 1 and turn your project, and we are going to continue until you have a small square. So this simple exercise will help your hands build muscle memory. Remember, the more you practice, the easier every future project will become. And here we have our small square. Now cut the yarn and you can weave in the ends neatly, or you can just make a knot and cut the extra yarn. Okay, so here your simple tiny cute coffee coaster is ready. You can also use it as your dish scrubber or body scrubber. If you want it to look more decorative or beautiful, you can also slip stitch the ends right here, or with the help of slip stitch you can make any design. And there you have learned how to make a slip stitch. Not only slip stitch, we have learned what exactly it is, where to use it, the common mistake, and we have also done it practically. Now that you have learned slip stitch, what next? That means now you are ready to learn my favorite crochet stitch, that is the half double crochet. I love this stitch so much, I cannot tell you, because it gives such a beautiful texture, it gives such beautiful patterns, it works up much faster, and it opens doors for so many exciting crochet projects. And that's what I want you to learn this stitch with me in the next lesson. And that's it. If today's lesson really helped you a tiny bit, I would really appreciate if you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also hype this video. If you are following this beginner crochet course, then subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lesson. And I would love to know, was this your very first slip stitch? Tell me in the comment how it went or if you got stuck anywhere, and I'll do my best to help you out. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Until next Monday, happy crocheting.